If you look at in the hadith of the Prophet, you'll see people didn't die suddenly, except in battle or from an accident, like falling off of a horse. Generally, they got sick with a fever or with something in the stomach, and they had time for tawbah, things like that. Now, literally, somebody just dropped dead right in front of you, and people who've seen this have seen it. Or they get a stroke and literally drop right in front of you. Maut al-fuja'a. And some say also it means the mines and things like that. Sudden death from those type of things, bombing. وَحُلِّيَتِ الْمُصَاحِفِ. And the mushaf becomes ornamented, which is part of the modern printing now, that people can, all these beautiful musahif that come from these different places. وَزُخْرِفَتِ الْمَسَاجِدِ. And the masajid are made beautiful. وَقُوِّلَتِ الْمَنَابِرِ. And the mimbars are made high. وَخُرِبَتِ الْقُلُوبِ. And the hearts become barren and bereft. وَنُقِدَتِ الْعُهُودِ. And people's transactions are just, people break them. They make contracts and they break them without caring. وَاسْتُعْمِلَتِ الْمَعَازِفِ. And musical instruments are used all over the place. You see? I mean, this is another thing. Music used to be something that the musicians would come to town maybe every once in a while. Like in the West Africa still. They don't have in the Sahara, they don't have radios and things like that. Music is rarely heard, but now it's heard everywhere. In this country, an average American child, by the time they reach 18, has listened to more rock music than they've spent in the class. You see, I mean, this is the state. Everywhere it's music. People go into the supermarket, music. They get in their car, music. Everywhere is music. وَشُرِبَتَ الْخُمُورِ. And wine is written, and khumur is the plural, not khamar. Shuribat al-khumur. Now you have all these different variations. You can go to the supermarket and hundreds of different types of wine are drinking. You can cherry wine or apple wine or this wine or that wine or wine coolers and just on and on and on. وَفَشَ الزِّنَا. And zina becomes prevalent. Fasha means it's open. Fornication becomes open, is no longer a hidden thing. And in every culture on the earth, with the exception of rare times in human history like the Roman cultures were secular, no religious, the zina is anathema. People were sickened by it. وَأُتُومِنَ الْخَائِنِ. And wretched, treacherous people are trusted. وَخُوِّنَ الْأَمِينَ. And the good people are considered treacherous. وَشَارَكَتَ الْمَرْأَةُ زَوْجَهَا فِي التِّجَارَةِ حِرْصًا عَلَى الدُّنْيَا. And the woman will help the husband in earning money out of their love for dunya. Out of their love for dunya, the woman will share the husband's earning out of love for dunya. حِرْصًا عَلى الدُّنْيا. Out of their covetousness for dunya. They want it so bad. What they call dual income family. You see? I mean, women didn't do this. Women didn't go out. They raised their children. They took care of their responsibilities within their limited fields. But now a woman goes out and hirsan out of dunya. Just out of love for dunya. She wants to have her own credit card, to go to the thing and get her car and all the dunya. And the husband, he likes it. He wants her to go out and work. Because he likes the dunya as well. This is subhanallah. I mean, it was rare in the Muslim Ummah. And he said, فِي التِّجَارَةِ. Because women used to help their husbands. Farmers have always been helped. Women, in many cases, did as much work on the farm as the husband did. And more given the children and things. But this is فِي التِّجَارَةِ. Helping him in tijara. وَرُكِبَ ذَوَاتِ الْفُرُوجِ السُّرُوجِ. And though the women would ride in seats. Suruj, the saddle. Would ride in the seat. The women used to ride in the hodat. They were covered. They didn't actually ride in the seats. And some of them say that this is also an indication of وَيَخْلُقُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ, of the cars and things like this. وَالسَّلَامُ لِلْمَعْرِفَةِ. And people greet each other only because they know them. They don't greet each other because Muslims say Assalamu alaikum. Now in the Muslim world, people, they don't say Salam alaikum unless they know the person. They just walk by and don't greet people. Or they go in, they just say Masa al-Khair, Sabah al-Khair, Marhaba. Salam qawlan min Rabb al-Rahim. This is a word that Allah gave us. And then he said, وَلَبِسُوا جُلُودَ الضَّأْنِ عَلَى قُلُوبِ الذِّئَابِ. and people will wear sheep's clothing over the hearts of wolves. They come like they're nice, they love you, all of these things, and they have hearts of wolves. قُلُوبُهُمْ يَوْمَئِذٍ أَمَرُّ مِنَ الصَّبْرِ. Their hearts are more bitter than patience, which is an Arab proverb, a way of saying that this is the most bitter type of hearts. أَنْزَلُ مِنَ الْجِيفَةِ. And they're more foul than a carcass. فَالنَّجَاءَ النَّجَاءَ. So safety, safety. وَالْوَحَى الْوَحَى. الْعَجَلَ الْعَجَلَ. Hurry up. These are signs, hurry up, before all this tribulation comes, get moving, وَالْجِدَّ الْجِدَّ. And be serious about your life. Be serious about your life. نِعْمَ الْمَسْكَنْ يَوْمَئِذٍ بَيْتُ الْمَقْدِسِ. What a good place to reside during those days is Bayt al-Maqdis, Ard al-Ribat. Bayt al-Maqdis, because this is where the Dajjal is defeated, in Bayt al-Maqdis. And so those people who are there in Bayt al-Maqdis when the Dajjal manifests, these are the people that, subhanAllah, they get the reward of being with the Mahdi and with Isa. And there's a tradition also that says, Al-Ghimari, who's a great muhaddith of this age, said, لا يخرج المهدي حتى يقال لا مهدي. The Mahdi does not come until people start saying there's no Mahdi, which is happening now. Now what I wanted to look at here is this is something written in 1962 by an American historian and sociologist and critic of American society. In Egyptian theology, the most singular organ of the sun god, Re, was the eye. And this is the eye that you see on the back of the dollar bill. This is the eye of the Egyptian sun god, Re. For the eye of Re had an independent existence and played a creative and directive part in all cosmic and human activities. The computer turns out to be the eye of the reinstated sun god. That is the eye of the mega machine, serving as its private eye or detective. Now we know the Prophet ﷺ said with the Dajjal is something called al-Jassasa. The Jassasa, which gets the news of all over the world. For the Dajjal, without moving anywhere, he gets all of the news and tells the Dajjal and informs the Dajjal what is happening all over the world. And he's called al-Jassasa. As well as the omnipresent executive eye who exacts absolute conformity to his commands because no secret can be hidden from him. The principal means needed to operate the mega machine correctly and efficiently were concentration of power, political and economic, instantaneous communication, rapid transportation, and a system of information storage capable of keeping track of every event within the province of the divine king, the pharaoh, the Fir'aun. But here's what he says. These accessories were not available in pre-scientific ages. Transportation was slow. Communication over a distance remained erratic, confined to written messages carried by human messengers. Apart from tax records and books, all of this was sporadic and subject to fire and military assault. With each successive king, essential parts would require reconstruction. Only in heaven could there exist the all-knowing, all-seeing, all-powerful, omnipresent, who truly commands the system. With nuclear energy, electric communication, and the computer, all